So the next section of the class is going to be section number 2. It's going to be our core conditioning. We are going to start with a combination of abdominal work. We're going to start with a regular hollow rock. You can ask your kids to keep the arms over the head or just by the body, depending on the difficulty they can actually handle. We're going to do 30 times each one of the exercises and try to give this without a break. If it's too much to 30, you can decrease to 20 or to 15 or to 10, depending what your kids can actually handle. What we are looking for is the execution of the body. Arms by the ears or right by your side. The legs must be super straight and the toes super tight. Via touching the toes. It's important in aerobic gymnastics to elevate the arms and touch the toes, as this is needed for most of the movements. There is no break or no rest in between the exercises. Okay, alternating the ups. We are going to do 15. Ready? Go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now you guys can use maybe with a slider or just socks if you're working on a hardwood floor. You're going to place the top of your feet on top of the slider in prone position, so hands right under your shoulders. You're going to bring the knees under your chin. And we're going to perform 30 times. It's a quick movement with your hips low, as high as the shoulders. That's the maximum. Pay attention to the head position and the height of the hips. Last exercise is going to be candlestick coming down into a press. Again, we are going to present some variations. We can go straight into a full straddle press, so no heels, no hips on the floor. Or, if your children need, if your students need, you can place the heels down the floor, but try to lift up the hips. 1, 2, candlestick, where you want them to really reach up, high up to the sky. 3, 4, 5, showing the variation and showing the full movement. 6, and 7, and 8, and 9. One more. Last one, we ask them to hold. Stay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Take a break. This is our second exercise for our back and core work. So now it's very simple. We want a strong back, and they strengthen a little bit the muscles of your shoulders. So only the arms are going to lift. You're going to maintain your feet down on the floor. You're going to maintain the belly button lightly off the ground, and the forehead is squeezed down the ground. You can use 10 repetitions, maybe 20, depending on the level of your class. Just arms lifting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Excellent. Now the whole upper body, chest and arms lifting. The legs remain down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Note, the heels must be close together. Only the legs, only the lower body now. The forehead stays down, arms down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Entire body, upper body and lower body, 10 repetitions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Attention now, one of the most important exercises for us, push up. Immediately after the back work, we're going to set up chest push up. So you want to set up with your hands right below your elbows. Keep the focus on your abs, on your core. If your kids are beginning the practice now, we're going to maintain on the knees and drop the hips a little bit. Drop the hips more. Yes. And 10 repetitions. Go. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. If you have good athletes, they are used to do already. Knees off the floor. Finish up. And when you finish the last one, can relax down the ground. Set up the triceps push-up. We want the hands a little bit behind the elbows. So behind the shoulders and right under the elbows. So this should be a straight line here. That's what we're going to be looking for. Suck the belly, and that's the first part of your body is going to lift, the belly button. 10 repetitions is slower. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, last one, Very good. Try to keep the focus on the head position as the athletes tend to drop the chin as they perform the push-ups. Our third and last exercise of the core conditioning is actually our straddle press. It's very important for all age groups of aerobic gymnastics. We're going to start by using a simple technique of press work. Your hands are going to reach all the way up to the knee and maintain the shoulders almost above your thigh. It's very important. We're going to do 10 repetitions of up and down and then hold for 5 seconds. Step your hands a little bit far front and 5 more seconds. Note how the hands are right by the knees. When she stops and holds, she stays. She's going to step the hands far front to hold a little bit stronger and then down. We're going to do right leg, left leg, and both legs with your arms in front. Coaches much watch the athlete's hand position as we want to be far away from the hips as possible. Still walking forward after 5 seconds. We're going to work circles with your legs movement, circles backwards and circles forward. And this brings a little bit more awareness and range of motion on the hip area. And last one, always 10 circles or 10 repetitions. When hold, coaches should count the exercise for the kids always. Step forward, 5, 4, 3, 2, and down. Last one of this set, of this block, is up and down. Now, hips and heels must get off. The floor at the same time. If your athlete needs, you can use a prop, maybe a block or a mat, so it becomes easier for them to increase the range of motion. We want to avoid any tipping forward of the body, as we want our heels and hips to be equal, leveled. We do about from 20 to 50 repetitions depending on the level of your class.